I have a small YouTube channel where I sometimes talk about car movies, and while Die Hard 1 and 2 are undeniably well-made movies that set the tone for 90s action films and games, they are outliers in the sense that there isn't a lot of car action here. While 1 is an extremely claustrophobic thriller, the main vehicles seen are helicopters and an armoured car that exists mainly to be blown up, and a stretch limo.
About the past 6 months.
Why'd you go with her, man? What's up?
Because I'm a New York cop. Can't just pick up and go that easy.
Number 2 concerns itself with planes, while also being a tense and claustrophobic thriller in a different kind of way. It also has a cameo from Robert Patrick, the T-1000, from Terminator, along with most of the original cast returning.
Down to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
What you talking about, Willis?
Bonnie Bedelia, who plays Bruce Willis's wife Holly in the movie, is 7 years older than Bruce Willis in real life. Incidentally, Holly, is this more proof that Die Hard is a Christmas film?
Think, damn it, think.
In the first movie, the couple are estranged, but they're reconciled by the time of the second film. Bonnie Bedelia was thought to be one of the most beautiful actresses in Hollywood of the 80s, and her presence here underlines the fact that John McClane and he will the bad guys as the action hero. He's more confident and assured here than in the first film, where he was down bad and facing a divorce from Holly, the career woman. Incidentally, Bonnie Bedelia is Macaulay Culkin's real-life aunt, making her basically Hollywood royalty, and also meaning her family starred in 2 of the all-time biggest Christmas films that aren't directly Christmas films. Here in the second movie, she's a more conventional woman in need of rescue, but you still understand totally why Bruce would go out in a snowstorm for her. Die Hard 2 asks us to suspend our disbelief at a cop caught up once again in the second worst day of his life by being a bigger and more over-the-top action fest than the first film, and it almost succeeds. It's notable how tower blocks and airplanes, 2 staple tropes of the action disaster movie genre, both play central parts in the real-life events in 2001 that would shape real-world politics and what would be considered acceptable to get away with in a movie in the new century. If I was smarter, I would say something about the collective unconsciousness bleeding into reality here, but I will note that popular cinema became noticeably dumber over time in the years following September 11th. I mean, people thought 80s movies were dumb, but they at least had some wicked original concepts. What followed from Hollywood after a brief spell of patriotic tub-thumping and the instant regret afterwards was playing it even more safe and dumbed down with politically correct reboots and superhero sequels, but I digress. In Die Hard 3, we finally get some good car action, and this film also takes place in New York City. For Die Hard with a Vengeance, original director John McTiernan returned, along with new cast member Samuel L. Jackson joining the action. New York was the setting, and the film also weirdly manages to mention both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. This film came out in '95, making it an interesting snapshot of 90s New York before things all changed. No one would be allowed to close off big chunks of the city now to do big practical FX explosions. Jeremy Irons is the villain in a plot that ultimately doesn't matter at all, other than as an excuse to hang multiple exciting action sequences on. We do get some car action in this one, with a New York taxi, a Trabant, and a Mercedes S-Class being the most notable cars, along with a lot of trucks. The taxi in question is a Chevrolet Caprice, by the way. I looked it up. I would have liked more car chases, but you can't have everything. Die Hard 3 also isn't a Christmas movie, being the first summer Die Hard. It originally released in May as a summer blockbuster in the US. There were 2 more hard movies after this, but it really doesn't matter. Bro, if you like these kind of films, just go watch them. You don't need to hear me talk about it. I don't know what else I can say. Please drive responsibly if you go to New York. Do not attempt to take shortcuts through the park.
Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.